This video was made possible through the EA Game Changers program. Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and it is time for my gameplay video of The Sims 4 Get Famous. I recorded this footage whilst I was at Sims Camp down in London, which was kindly paid for by EA, so thank you so much to the team who invited me. But I know this is the video that you guys have been waiting to see, so I joined this game with my Crank family. If you have watched since my Sims 4 base game, you will know these guys. So I started off with Travis, who actually found himself wanting to become a influencer. I mean, is that not the hopes and dreams of every teenager in this millennial age? So he is on the fancy new production suite. I'm not too sure about the complete name for this, but it's like a video production station, and he's actually acquired the production skill, which is a 5-level skill. He's currently just checking out the vlogging camera, a little Canon G7X setup, and a tiny little microphone. He has the DX Racer. Boy hasn't even started his career yet, and he's already rocking the DX Racer Spawn. So what Travis actually did before he began recording this video was check what was trending online. Those were tech reviews, programming, flirty vlogs, and acting. However, he's not quite high enough in his skill to actually make videos based on those specific trends, unfortunately. He has only just acquired the media production skill, so he can continue building media production skill by using the Mix Master music production station, the More Views video station, or either streaming drone. Yes, we do now have drones in The Sims 4. I bet you didn't think that you'd be able to turn into Casey Neistat, but you can. One thing that I did notice is that these vlogs actually do take quite a while for your sim to record, so I did have to speed up my footage quite an awful lot because I did feel like I was hanging around a lot of the time. But you can call your video whatever you like. I just can imagine some of the stuff that you guys are going to come up with, but he decided to name his My First Vlog, not clickbait, because it is his first vlog. He's actually not clickbaiting, which is quite nice to see. So he basically just named his video, gave it a description, you know, didn't get those hashtags in or anything. He's just starting out. He's just learning the basics. So I wouldn't call him an influencer just yet. But Travis is already flexing with his drone. I don't know how he could afford this. Maybe because his dad's like a famous astronaut or something. But with these drones, you can actually record your neighborhood. You can send it to record other Sims. He actually just went to send it to record the toddler of the household, which I know seems a little bit weird. And I also don't know if you can view the footage. I doubt it, because like I said, you can like record your neighborhood, and I doubt the team made it possible for you to like watch your neighborhood from overhead. So I doubt you can like rewatch the footage, although that would be very cute because the drone could actually capture some really cute moments, kind of like the video camera in The Sims 3 Generations, where you could capture little moments like this, for example. You know, Travis, he realizes that the girls like it when boys are really fatherly and they just get 100 times more attractive with a baby in their arms. So he goes and starts playing with the toddler to show off to all his female followers. Which I loved. I didn't tell him to do that. He just went ahead and did it. So those were kind of 2 new gameplay features. This is his fame info. This is his fame panel, which I actually did a really in-depth talk through all of these perks, so definitely go check out that video. I'm not going to go through it because I already talked about it in length. I will leave the link to that video in the description down below, but I decided that Travis had kind of had enough of chilling at home, so we had him skip school because he's really looking to work on his celebrity lifestyle and go meet some fellow celebrities at Starlight Boulevard. So Travis decides to come down to one of the lounges. He finds this B-lister celebrity. So originally when I jumped into this game, I just automatically assumed, hey, the easiest way to probably gain fame is by talking to other celebrities. So we asked her for a selfie. She obliged. She took a photo with us, which was very nice considering she's like a 3-star celeb. But I soon realized that that had no effect on Travis's fame level. So I actually pulled one of the gurus over. I asked Dave how you actually like start to earn fame, and he basically told me that they didn't really want it to be the case where you just interact with celebrities and your sim instantly becomes famous, kind of the way it worked in The Sims 3. So every interaction that you guys see with a plus star next to it are actually the interactions that will gain you fame if you do them out in public. So doing what Travis is doing and just turning into this mega fanboy actually doesn't earn you much fame. I'm sure as I unlocked more perks and I actually became friends with more celebrities, I'm sure they would have a slight effect, but at the very beginning, this probably isn't the best way to try to earn your fame. But with that fail, Travis decides to persevere and just head to an even more famous lounge here in downtown. So this is the hotspot. This is the place to be. It has a bouncer. It has the red fence. Only the hottest of hot celebrities are allowed in this club. So Travis decides to wave his father's money around and bribes the bouncer with 500 simoleons. He just wants to get famous. Unfortunately, your sim cannot become a bouncer. These are just NPCs that kind of just stand there and allow you into the club. So there we go. He gave over the money. As you can see, Judith Ward is actually heading into the club. She has this shine around her because she is a worldwide 5-star celeb. She is huge in the industry, but her reputation is pretty darn diabolical. So I think she may quickly become the most hated sim out of The Sims 4. She may take over from Eliza Pancakes. But Travis managed to bribe his way in. As you can see, there are other fellow celebrities. It's not the busiest lot, but then again, I have only been here for a couple of minutes, so I'm not sure how busy these places get, but there are definitely celebrities in this game who are not townies in this world. So although you only have like 5 maybe townies who are celebs, there are actually spawned celebrities that you guys can interact with. So don't think it's only the 5 that live in Del Sol Valley. I then decided to focus a bit more on Avery, who's actually a B-lister celebrity thanks to his super high level of the astronaut career. So when he spawned into the town, fans actually spawned around him. He obviously saw Billy was a kid and went over and signed an autograph for her, which I thought was really sweet of him. I do like the interactions that your Sims can have with their fans, but like I said, if your Sims are a little bit higher up in their fame level, paparazzi will spawn around them and so will fans. They can kind of swoon them if you have the specific perk for it. With paparazzi, paparazzi, you can like ask them to leave. A paparazzi actually spawned on my lot. I don't think I caught it on camera, but he was feeling kind of aggravated by that, and even though he had a good reputation, he still asked her to leave. He basically shouted at her to leave, which is quite understandable because she was on his home lot. So Avery actually goes to work out, and Paolo, who is a fan, kind of follows him around. He's not a stan, he just so happens to be a fan of Avery. And so Avery, the very polite man that he is, decides to take some photos with him. He's already posed for the paparazzi. He's gained a little bit of fame off that. As you can see, signing autographs and being nice to your fans means that your reputation goes up. I can imagine this can get a little annoying for Sims around you, especially when you're in a public place, because these paparazzi do just follow you and tend to stick around wherever you go, unfortunately. But we just hugged Paolo. We're being very nice to him. We're kind of buttering him up, sign a second autograph, kind of get this creep to hopefully leave. But no, he just starts fangirling and then proceeds to pass out. Avery is only a 3-star celebrity, and yet we just made a full man faint. So fans are very entertaining. I do really like them. But I'm also not sure on how quickly this kind of stuff is gonna get old in this pack, especially if paparazzi and fans are constantly spawning all around you. I feel as if it is all very interactive and makes you actually feel like you're getting swept up in the fame. But I'm just worried that after playing this for a while, you're kind of just gonna be like, leave me alone, which actually I'm sure celebrities probably feel in their everyday life. So that's kind of the basics of fame and starting to gain fame. And the second, I guess, probably one of the biggest gameplay points of this pack is the brand new acting career. The spotlight calls, the cameras are focused, and you are ready for your close-up. It is up to you to breathe energy into the worlds of the script and really make the characters come alive. And then once you actually apply for that job, you have to actually select an agency. Zeke actually has the option between two here. I think this is the same for all actors who are low in this skill and this career, but one of them basically promises more daytime gigs and the other promises to like help with your productiveness by having scheduled reminders. So I just went for the one that I felt like Zeke was gonna get more gigs out of. His agent called and said that an audition was coming up, so I went for the pharmaceutical, I want to call it. I went for an advert to do with a pharmaceutical company, and then you actually have specific jobs to do before these auditions, which will obviously help you. So his was to reach comedy level 2, which he actually already was, so I didn't need to worry about that too much. He had already got to where he needed to be, so I just waited those 2 days for him to actually head off to his audition for his very first gig. After a little while, Zeke actually returned home with this notification that he had actually passed his first audition with flying colors. I honestly don't quite know how it happened, but he managed to swindle that one out of the bag and he got his first gig on a commercial. But before he could take on this gig, he had to do some prep tasks just to get himself ready for when the time came, and his specific ones were to develop his comedy skill and also researched playful emotions, which I thought was done on the PC. However, you just had to do some playful interactions with other Sims, and he had to do that like 4 or 5 times until that was complete. And then I feel like this will help your Sim on the day, and their performance will go up if you actually do these tasks but I don't think they're necessary for your sim to pass. I think they can still go to a gig without having done those preparation tasks. A few days after your sim has passed their audition, you will get a pop-up that says that the gig is ready to start and you can choose to travel with your sim. If you do, then you travel to Plumber Pictures, which is the acting lot, which works pretty much exactly the same way as the Get to Work careers. You get this list of what you have to do, and you can perform badly or really, really good, considering how many of those things you actually get done on the day. For example, right now, I actually missed the hair and makeup, but they made Zeke look exactly like Avery, which was very creepy. It was like they knew which family I was playing, and the game had just based this character off Avery because he's like an celebrity astronaut. I really didn't like it. It felt very meta, and I felt as if I was the one living in a simulation. I had no control over what he was gonna get changed to in hair and makeup, but I unfortunately forgot to hit record on that part. But he did have to tell a director he was ready. He had to rehearse a scene with a co-star, which he is currently doing in the bathroom. I'm surprised he didn't get sued for harassment in the workplace because we kind of followed her into the bathroom and then rehearsed a scene with her, but she was pretty cool. She quite enjoyed our company. However, unfortunately, I didn't realize that I was so close to running out of time, and therefore I actually didn't get to complete everything in his workday. I actually didn't even get to complete the most important part, which is actually performing the scene. So he didn't do the best on his first gig ever, but somehow Zeke just has good luck on his side and he still managed to get paid because we actually reached bronze. I mean, by this point, he was pretty much getting paid to eat pizza and hang out in a costume with his work colleague. Seems like an easy job. I can see why people want to get into acting. Not only do you get paid in money, you also earn fame from these gigs as well. So really easy way for your actors and actresses to actually gain fame if they are looking to become a celebrity alongside the acting career. That's not all that comes with this pack. No, our child is not about to get famous out of her horrendous violin playing. Kids can get famous in The Sims 4, but they also have a brand new after-school activity, which is Drama Club. So this is joining the Scouts as the second after-school activity for children. As a Drama Club member, you'll perform in local plays and eventually hone those fine acting skills. Crying on demand is useful in plays as well as getting out of things. Impress your classmates and parents with your ability to become virtually anyone. Just make sure you don't do anything embarrassing on stage, because those memories will last a lifetime. So this is an after-school activity for your children and teens. It actually, I think it's Monday to Friday. I think they literally do it every day after school, whereas I think Scouts meet up on the weekends, if I'm not correct. But she has to go and practice her acting, and she can go do this by actually going to a mirror. Adult Sims can also work on their acting skills this way. So in this Mahusive house, which is mainly base game, may I point out, because this is my base game family and I didn't redo their house for this recording because that would have taken far too long. I was trying to find a mirror for little Allie to work on her dramatics. So she heads down to this bathroom, and honestly, this girl, I feel, has dramatics in her blood. She starts crying about an astronaut, which again is really weird. I don't know how the game knew that Avery, like who he was or why he was I don't know. It just seemed to know a lot about this family, which I found really strange. But she's just throwing temper tantrums, living her best life as the most dramatic child I have ever known. Her parents particularly thought that this was all getting a little bit too much, so they decided to swap her out for a younger model, and so they went to try out the brand new woohoo spot. Yes, you heard me. There's a new woohoo spot in this safe right here. So Zeke adds thousands to this vault, is what they're called in the game. I personally call them safes. It is huge, and you can woohoo in the money pile, which I absolutely love. I'm fairly certain I'm gonna redo the Black Widow challenge, and most of it is gonna be revolving around this vault. Zeke and Ellie had a fun time, and this is one surefire way to make sure that nobody goes to steal your money ever again, because I know if I knew that all this was happening inside this vault, I wouldn't want to go anywhere near those $50 bills. Let me just tell you that. This isn't the only vault that we get in the game as well. We actually get just a vault door. So you can actually, just create your own vaults. So you can build a room, put the vault door in, and then add whatever you want to add, which gives you a little bit more freedom than this automatically placed one that just generates random things. Then there's this pond, which your Sims can actually stock with a range of things. It can be a koi pond, it can be a piranha pond, and also sharks. I don't know why you would want sharks. Maybe your millionaires could have this in like the lobby of their house, but you can jump in this pool, which is rather risky, and it makes me nervous when I see it every time. But why I chose to cover this is there's actually a new death type, I want to say. It's not a brand new death, but it's a new way to die. So your Sims can get trapped in the vault. Your Sim can trap another Sim, and they can die from starvation whilst being trapped inside the vault. I thought Ali was getting a little bit too big for her boots, so I was about to kill off a child. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as bad as that sounds, I was planning on killing her off, like feeding her to the sharks. I didn't want her to grow up to be Jake Paul, so I just thought it's better if we just cut her off now. But then she did this really wholesome interaction because her creativity skill is so high. Her imagination is like off the charts, and she made the sharks dance. I thought that was way too cool to actually kill her off, and I felt a little bit bad about it. So I never would have seen this if, one, I hadn't planned on killing her off, and two, her creativity, I think, has an effect on this. But like the Kraken pops up, and it's just a cute little like thing that kid Sims can do that no one would ever really think about. I didn't know that this existed until I randomly came across it, and look, she can tame sharks, so I decided to keep her around and kill off her mom instead. Rest in peace, Ellie. You will be missed, but don't worry, guys. She is going to be making a return in my Get Famous Let's Play, which will be focusing on these Sims, the Cranks, my base game family, who you guys know and love. So my Let's Play will be continuing with this lot when this pack is released on the 16th of November. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope it was informative, yet also entertaining for you guys. I hope you're looking forward to this pack. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you are looking forward to in this pack. Let me know what you are concerned about. And also check out my prior videos to this one, which will be linked somewhere, so that you guys can see what it is exactly that you are getting with this expansion. But thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, big thank you to EA for sending me to this capture event so that I could get this footage early for you guys. I love you all, and I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye, everyone!